Hello, my friends from YouTube, also from Energy Radio and Facebook. I'm glad to be here this afternoon to share, as I always say, a message that would enlighten you, that would uplift you and strengthen you, and it will take you to another level of life. As I often say, and I'm going to repeat myself again, I'm not here to talk about religion. I'm not here to make you my follower, to make you my disciple, or to ask you for anything. I'm here to share wisdom and understanding. I'm not interested in what you have or what you can give me. My work is to share understanding, to share enlightenment so that you can be enlightened, and also you being enlightened, you can enlighten others around you. And I want to begin by saying that sometimes we want change in life. Sometimes we want change in our home, family, workplace, in our neighborhood, in our society, and we have good intention. But good intention are not enough. Sometimes we fight for change. We argue for change. We struggle for change. We pray. We go to church. We become active in religious group and organization because we want to change. We want to see things different, which I can understand. But it might not be enough just to have good intention. If we want to see a positive change in your home and your family and everything you do, everything start by changing our pattern. We cannot want something new to happen, something better to happen when we follow the same pattern that others have followed before us. We cannot think because of our good intentions that things will turn out to be good. And sometimes we go about life placing blames on others or saying, I'm going to choose this person or do this and things will be better. Things will turn for good. But as I said before, we follow the same pattern. From the beginning of life until now, humankind had followed the same pattern that have taken them to the same place. And those who have broken away from the pattern and done something different, things have turned different. Things have changed. Things have evolve. Things has bring positive change into mankind's life, into your family, your surroundings, your workplace, your neighborhood. But as I said before, it must be a change of pattern, because people often do follow what they know, what they have learned from somebody, what somebody taught them. So once they got the teaching, they go on to others, and everybody keep following the same and expect a change and expect that things will go different, better, and things go the same. Things end up being sometimes worse because it's not enough the intentions. It's not enough the good thought. But the pattern will follow the way we think. We often do not what we say, not what we say that we will do, but we often follow what we think. We often speak good things, plan good things, But if in our mind we have negative, we are filled with fears and uncertainty and distrust, no matter what we speak, we will follow not what we say, but what is inside of our mind, what we are carrying inside of our mind, because that's what we do. We have every day within us. We wake up in the morning. We go about to work. We lay down and with the same thoughts, the same way of thinking, and then we expect that because today is a new day, that because today I have changed workplace, or because my boss was removed and a new one came, that things will change, not knowing that this change that we so much want start within us. Start with the way we think. And unless we replace those thoughts for a new, inspired, and good positive thoughts, unless we make this a way of living, then things cannot be different, but they will follow the same pattern of life. It's not that we're going to be negative. It's not enough to be positive. It's not enough to speak positive. But it's this positive have to have a ground. It has to have a foundation that will allow us to build something upon it. These positive words, this positive way of saying things must be just more than positive words. Must be a way of thinking. Must be a way of us taking it from thinking to doing different things. We all want good things happening for your family, for your neighborhood, for the place that we live, our country, our city. But this cannot start by just having a wishful thinking. This starts by us actually changing the way that we think. We have been programmed. We have been set in ways that it's hard to stop thinking in this way. But unless we reset the way we think and we replace all that by new way of thinking, then we can experience something new. It's not what the wise men of the Holy Book speak, that unless we replace our thinking by a new way of thinking, that we will not experience the best, that we will just continue going around and eventually getting tired, blaming others and being frustrated when the problem is not others. Of course, there is injustice, there is a lot of evil things, but things can start changing from within us. In spite of how much you pray or how much you call yourself a wise person, a religious person, doctrinated by a religion, it's not what you say, it's what we do. And what we do comes with, we have something in our mind that can take us to do, not just speak, but to do something different. We oftentimes place our hope and our confidence on someone, on places, on people, on situation, and then when we don't see the changes that we supposed to see, you can end up being disappointed, because the solution is not in someone, it's not in a place. The solution is when we change the way we think, and when we take away the old mentality and we replace it with a new mentality. This is not just words of hope or words of positive words, but this is actually we have in our mind that is completely filled with good. A mind that is completely positive, that have replaced the old, that have no longer followed the same pattern, but that have actually taken the time to review the way you think and to replace it with a new thinking. It's a person who says, well, I had been taught in this way, and that's all I know, but it have to be something better than just this. What about if what I think is not the right thing to think? Have we ever sit down and think that if what we're thinking is might be the wrong way of doing things? Have we ever sit down and meditate and reflect and ask for a new way of doing things that will come by a new way of thinking? Have we ever sit down and say, well, maybe that's all I know. Maybe that's what somebody taught me. What about if I'm wrong? I'm willing to replace this thought by a new one that will take me into a completely different place. Give me a different experience in life. Make me a better person. And as the good teacher say, make me shine so others can be enlightened. Others can be touched by this light. However, sit down and think and reflect in such a way that we replace, as I said before, and I'm going to repeat, and reject those old ways of thinking and doing things and replace it with a new way. It takes more than just prayer of being a religious person. It takes being mature to realize that there's much more than what we are thinking, than what we are doing. That there's a better and a different way. That we can stop the blaming, we can stop the quarreling, and we can start from within us. In spite of your religion, in spite of your denomination, where you're coming from, your skin color, we can really make a difference in someone's life. We can really take the blame from somebody and do instead of just saying, but doing what will really change, uplift, and help someone that you might not know, someone that might look different than you, But sometimes we get stuck in this old pattern of doing things. And sometimes we refuse to change the way we think because I feel comfortable, or we are afraid to do something that I don't know. Nobody told me. And then we can end up going in the same direction when there is a new way. There's a new way. As the wise man, as the teacher spoke about, when he said that then we can really be the bright light that shine in this most difficult and dark place in life. That we can really be the energy, the flow, and that energy flowing can energize everything, so things can be completely different. There is a way. Oh, my friends from YouTube and Facebook, as I often share words of wisdom, I exhort you to take the time, and as you take the time and you begin to meditate and reflect, you will find out that there is a better way. That coming out of the box of old thinking can change the pattern of your life and also of those who are around you. This is the time when we are supposed to. This is the time that has so much value for us to do this. Oh, don't leave for tomorrow what you could do today. I'm glad to share this message, and I hope to share many more with you. Until then, and may you have a day, energized day, filled with positive energy that comes from the new way of thinking. Until then, bye-bye.